Thanks so much for coming to Goddess Garden where you grow, flow, within and out. Today I'm taking y'all along with me to show y'all the garden. My hands are pretty dirty because I just got done planting out a fig tree. I'm planting the trees out before the rain comes again because whew, we've been having rain. I love rain. Rain is good natural fertilizer, and at that, it just rejuvenates the plants. The plants actually love the rain. So let's go. Let's go. Right here is the grape, and it is doing very well. You could eat the grapes. Just make sure you do your due diligence, like I always say, because the grapes are edible. Let me just say the grapes are edible because I don't know what you can eat and what you can't eat. So these are the grapes. This is grapes right here. And if I go around this to this bed over here, I just plant this bed out. This is like a child bed. So I just put just a little bit of stuff in here. Also, it's a propagated, what you call it? It's weeping willow. But as soon as it start putting on roots, that's when it's going to get transplanted into a pot. But you got peppers right here, and also catnip and cucumbers in the back. I may end up planting some more stuff into here because to me it's not too compacted in here, and I love for everything to be compacted. That it shouldn't have no bare soil. The wood chip should not be showing or anything like that. However, over here, this is my raised bed. This is the raised garden bed. Yes, I do have um, so-called weeds growing in there, but I know what they are and I know the benefits of them. Like burdock. Burdock grow very well in this area, and that is going to be my natural shade cloth, and also the sunflowers right here too. A natural shade cloth. So if you don't want to buy a shade cloth, you can literally grow shaded and heat loving tall plants at that. So they're gonna shade out my brassicas because I really like growing my brassicas. But however, um, they may not like the heat, so this is gonna shade it on out. I did went on ahead and sowed some more seeds, sowed some more brassica seeds, some more kamada suno, and some chard and some other stuff in this bed. But because like I said, I like it to be compacted. As you can see, the bed is really compacted. You gotta really go in here and see what's growing. So right here, if you can see, there's lettuce right over there by the kale too. Over here, this bed will be compacted. Um, Everything literally grew. Everything is sprouting because I did went on ahead and planted out some. I did some transplants, but for the most part, I did a lot of seeds. I love it when it rained, and then the seeds just start sprouting too. So you want to plant with nature. When you know it's gonna rain, then go ahead and plant those seeds. So I got some snapdragons. Those are snapdragons right there. Those are really pretty. I think these are pansies. I think I always get pansies. The pink one right here. I always get them mixed up with I forgot, pansies and something else. I always get them mixed up. But those are pansies right here. These are peppers, and this is valerian, I think. This right here is wing beans. I want to make sure that I'm growing beans in the area also. And each bed, make sure that it's planting out beans because beans is a nitrogen fixer. So you don't have to go in and then plant more nitrogen, because if you want to know if your soil is lacking majority of the time, it may be lacking in nitrogen. So you want to go ahead and plant out beans, even if you're in a warmer temper climate, or if you're going into summer. When you go into summer, you want to plant out the cowpeas or whatever that does well. Like wing beans actually does well in the when it gets hot. I mean, when it gets to summer. So wing beans is another one. But just make sure you just research what you like to plant and what you like to eat, and what's going to actually feed the soil too. Because if you want to get away from all of the amendments of, you know, fertilizers and stuff like that, you can actually do chop and drops and also grow your own um, amendments too. So like I was saying, like even with cover crops, you can do those are good amendments too. So yeah, there's it's a lot of things that you can actually grow that actually would be able to um, feed your soil, even in hard rocky clay soil or even like in sandy soil. They will grow. Those cover crops will grow, and then you could be able to plant, you know, crimp those cover crops back. But before you crimp the cover crops back, I want to say this: before you do that, you want to um, make sure that the cover crop is pretty much dead. So you want to cover it, and then that you want to crimp it back, you know, or you can crimp it back or whatever the case is. But do your due diligence because each cover crop is totally different. But moving on here, this is Swiss chard. Swiss chard is doing very, very well. I remember when the baby, when it was just so small, really, really small. There's a big ant pile in here. I may end up getting rid of these ants because they are bringing in aphids. I don't even know if they bring in aphids because I literally didn't have such of an issue with ant. Well, I did have an issue with ants, but it was more so I never had an issue with aphids until I started buying plants from the nursery, and then I looked at it. It was actually aphids at the bottom of the plant. So make sure that you guys are checking your plants when there's aphids. Because of aphids or whatever issue, make sure you guys are checking the plants because of you don't want that being introduced into your garden. That's why it's always important to grow from seed. Growing from seed is really, really, really good. These are another snapdragons. I did go ahead and sold some bean seeds. That's why I mean these right here can be a nuisance. Like the roly polies can literally go in and probably start chowing down on my bean seeds. So if I see them, I'm smashing them if they're on my seeds. So that's another thing. Smash the roly polies if they get on your seeds because they do offer some type of benefits, and especially if you are mulching in your beds or whatever in your garden, they do go around and eat the mulch and stuff like that. So they're good, they are beneficial, but however, too many of them can actually be a problem. So let's pan this around on this bed. I do have mustard right here growing, and it's not only growing, it's actually going into seed. So if you can see, a lot of things is literally polycultural, a lot of things is literally planted with one another, and just pretty much letting nature run its course. Like I see a bunch of ladybugs, and that's out of 10. There is aphids in the area, I do know that. So I haven't really went around and sprayed anything as of yet because of I know for a fact is that there are ladybugs and there's a lot of them too. So let nature run its course. Look at those snapdragons. Those snapdragons are so pretty. I like to like introduce flowers to my area now. It's really, really beneficial to the area. Really, really good. As you can see all right here, these are all sunflowers. Did I plant them? No, I did not. Nature did. I did plant some sunflowers, but they spread, and then after you can only literally plant sunflowers once, and then after that, the birds and everything else is gonna go in and take over and eat, and then they're gonna actually spread throughout the garden. So that's a good thing. So and also do your research about sunflowers because sunflowers are really good and beneficial to the soil. You can actually eat sunflowers if you know. I mean, not you, but sunflowers are edible too. So do your research on sunflowers also on the eating part too. If I go around, there's a bunch of more sunflowers right here. They're going to get big. I know this, and I'm going to have to use my bamboo stick to get around everything around here because it always happens and it always happens this way. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna chop all these sunflowers down, but I don't because I love uh really it fills out the garden. The garden looks so beautiful with the sunflowers, and let alone is that it's doing what it needs to do. It's shading, it's doing everything what it needs to do. The sunflowers are. And right here, this is mountain mint. Mountain mint is really easy to grow, and that is so beneficial. So you can do your due diligence on there. There's burdock right there. Burdock, I'm going to leave this in the bed because of I did just go ahead and plant some more brassicas around the burdock, because burdock is a good medicinal too to have in the garden. So do your research on there. Also, there's a lot of sparse areas around here, so I did have to go ahead and plant out a little more seeds of like amaranth and everything like that. Um, I do have tomatoes growing. Tomatoes is literally taking off though. Then sweet potatoes right there. Um, Watermelon, another watermelon that's sprouted. Where you at? Right there, sprouted. I always get pansies and petunias mixed up. That I have to. It just popped in my head. Pansies and petunias. I always get them mixed up. So I got tomatillos. Tomatillos wasn't doing very well. However, they're doing very well now. Um, yeah. And the tomatoes are doing very well. I'm gonna have to end up staking them. It all depends, because I want to see like if they're gonna grow into like a bushy type of situation. But if they don't, because I did have some tomatoes that I did not stake up. They literally was just standing up by themselves, because I think it's more so genetics now, because of it's probably built in their genetics to 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 stand up and rather than plop down. Some, or maybe it's just a variety because of saving seeds, and also a lot of individuals have been staking their tomatoes, so I'm pretty sure it may be built in their genetics to actually plop up now. But yeah, this is the bed, and also I want to show you the hibiscus while it's blooming. Why she's blooming? Look at her. She's pale pretty hibiscus, and I'm gonna actually have like some calendula popping up right now. She's about to end up blooming too. So right here, this brown stuff is nothing but fungus that's this decaying, which is the mushrooms. So whenever you see this type of stuff in your garden, your soil is breaking down and actually offering beautiful. It's gonna be like so beautiful, moist, black soil. So yeah, and that actually feeds the soil too. So make sure that you're not getting rid of this stuff, and also make sure you're not getting rid of the mushrooms unless you cannot be around mushrooms or your animal cannot be around mushrooms. So it all up to y'all. It's, your lifestyle. Look at those. All of these are sunflowers. So beautiful. But I am having an issue like with aphids. Like I think it's the I never had this issue before, but I may end up spraying my grapevines though, because they are becoming an issue. But all of these are sunflowers, and they're going to be they're about to put on a beautiful head. Here's another fig right here. It's called Isha, green Isha fig, which is putting on fruit. Over here, I totally forgot what this flower is, but they're really good for hummingbirds and stuff. This I did not plant this right here. It's a tomato. But this is the bonfire peach. A bonfire peach. Look at that. Look at those leaves. So pretty. It's in a container. I don't know why I put it in a container. I thought I was just going to leave it on my balcony or something, but No, I just won't end up putting it in the garden. But it's so pretty. I wonder if it gives that fruit. But I just bought it because it's like, those leaves are so pretty. So moving on. Over here, this bed will be filled out really soon with a bunch of goodies. I did went on ahead and planted, direct sowed some seeds for tomatoes because I guess that they wasn't hardened off properly. So some of them wilted and died, and then some of them the roly-polies got to them and ate them. So I just like whatever. I may end up just not direct sowing. If they pop up, they pop up. If they don't, they just don't. Whatever. My tomatoes always look so pruny, but they always be the one that lasts in the garden versus the one I get from the nursery. Juliet, Juliet is a good tomato, really good tomato. Another one is Eva's Purple Ball. I haven't tried that one, but a lot of people that does garden in this area, in zone 9B 10A, they do say that it's a really good one. It's a good warmer temperate climate tomato, and you will have tomatoes growing throughout the whole year until frost actually come in. However, I don't know if you guys know this, but tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that, those are perennial. These are perennial. And these are Celosio. Those are Celosio. I like the other Celosio. Don't you know the one that looks like a brain? It looks really, really beautiful. This one is Shasta Daisy. This one is a daisy right here. Sometimes some more tomatoes I haven't staked up yet, but they will be staked up really soon. So over here, this is another, kind of like orchard area, and this one is a lemon fig. This one is a lemon fig. I want to be open. I don't know how it tastes. It says sweet and lemony fruit. Oh my gosh, y'all gonna comprehend. Like, there's so many varieties of cultivars, like even so many varieties, thousands and thousands of different varieties of figs. And if they grow well in your area, gotta catch them all. Pokemon, okay, like Pokemon cards. But yeah, just catching them all, basically. So yeah, those are my figs right here. That's one of another of my figs. It's a sweet lemon fruit. It says it has sweet lemony fruit. Oh man, I can't wait to taste this one. It's gonna be so delicious, popping in my mouth. Another fig that is so good is called Noronha fig. It has like a strawberry, raspberry, blackberry notes to it. It tastes so good. I have it in my garden. It's called Noronha fig. Over here, this is a peach. This is a peach. This is the Georgia. I think it's the Georgia. Oh no, it's Bella of Georgia peach. This is a Georgia peach. So yeah, that's the peach right here. Over here, I have. This is a blackberry, but I forgot let me see the name of it. This one is a Galaxy blackberry. So eventually, once this grows up, it's going to end up coming over here with the pomegranate. It's going to start trellising up on the pomegranate. So it's good to like grow berries with your trees because they can be able to use as a trellis, or well, for blackberries, use as a trellis and put them underneath there. Now that I think about it, y'all, I thought I wasn't able to grow raspberries in my area, but now that I think about it, because raspberries does not like the heat, so when I'm sitting up here talking to y'all, I literally thought about it. I can grow raspberries underneath a tree. This is how this pomegranate look right here. Uniquely fruity with sweet tart flavor. So this fig I just got done. That's the one I just got done planting out. This one is the Black Mission fig over here. So eventually the fig is going to get bigger, and I do have a blackberry behind it too. So eventually the fig, my idea, you know, the fig was gonna get bigger. I won't have to like put my citrus, in a greenhouse, or possibly probably put my citrus in a greenhouse or in my garage. These are my citrus over here, and before I can make sure that my citrus stay alive. So basically growing them with nature, and then like the figs and the other trees is going to act more so as like a greenhouse, or like a tropical, like the tropical area that they love, because they do not like to be exposed to full sun. I don't know why people think that they like to be exposed to full sun, but these are tropical plants. Tropical plants like to be close together, and that they do, and that they don't mind shade. Oh wow, look at this, y'all. Y'all see what I see? Do you see what I see? Now look at that. I have a balanced ecosystem. Whenever I see this, this means like I got a balanced ecosystem. Look at that. So beautiful. So lovely. You eating, buddy? So over here, I did went on ahead and got another apple tree, which is the Anna. This is the Anna variety. The other one died because of, that was a lack of my care. It was a lack of me not watering it, and it was actually way bigger than this. So the thing is that when you're getting fruit trees, you want to get bare root trees, and you want to get like as thick as your thumb. You know, you don't want them really really thick, big, juicy trees, because those are going to be harder to get acclimated to the soil. Those will be actually harder to get acclimated to the soil. So you want to make sure that you are growing. You want to make sure that you pick those, like this one, you know, that this type of branch. You don't want to get those. You don't want to go for those bigger trees. What I'm saying, because those bigger trees, it's harder for it to get acclimated to the soil, and that you're gonna have to water continually, water. Those are like pretty much water hogs. I did went on ahead, and also this one right here that's leaning, I'm gonna have to go ahead and plant this one real soon. This one is a sun red nectarine. So the nectarine, I'm gonna actually have to do more to it, because of nectarines like to be planted in more so like sandy soil. Nectarines like sandy soil, y'all. Believe it or not, they do. So this is how it looks. Nectarines are so tasty, so good. They like to be planted in sandy soil, but they like fertile soil. So they like a loose soil. So make sure that you guys are having a loose soil for it. But if they do have clay soil, you can actually plant it in a mound. You want to mound it, and then you want to plant it. So that's the way how you want to be able to get away with these plants like that, because of, and also you want to start adding like mulch, which is, you know, mulch. Yeah, I know it's brown mulch, but guess what? It was on sale. Like I always tell y'all, is that I'm gonna get what's on sale. Period. But I do actually add like those spent mushroom blocks. So yeah. But yeah, this one is the nectarine, and I need to most definitely get this one planted out really soon. Over here, this is the green stock. Over in this area, this bed is really doing very well for itself. Look at it. It's looking so beautiful and doing so well. Again, still have a sunflower in here, and it's going to be my shade, my natural shade. I do have onions in here. I don't know how my onions going to do, but because I was late planting them out, so I don't know how what they do. Well, I'll see how they do. I don't even care if they're smaller or they're big, because at the end of the day, they taste way better than the one at the grocery store. because they actually have more flavor to it. Even if they're small, I need is only one or two, the little small ones. With the one at the grocery store, you may need about like three, because their flavor is not as strong as the one that you grow like at in a garden or growing at home. This garden over here, well, this bed over here is starting to fill in. I went on ahead and threw some more seeds down because it needs more seeds. It needs to be covered, more covered. Look at this one. This is the nicotine. This is nicotine right here. It's so pretty. And it smells so good. The nicotine smells really, really good. I did, and sunflowers and stuff like that. There's mosquitoes around. Gnats and mosquitoes. This one right here is the Big Jim. The Big Jim pepper. They went on ahead and planted some more peppers in here. I got some more snapdragons that I sold from seed. So, and also some lemon mint that I sold from seed, which is some butterfly mint. Chamomile, I want to see how it is going to do, because I did sow that one, but I did transplant it in there when it was really small. So as you can see, it is so small, really small. Let's see what happens. I don't know what happens with it. Now over in this bed is so beautiful. It's like the lilies. Yeah, these are, I think these are lilies, aren't they? Yeah, I think they are. I got the bulbs from a big box store. And then I got the Swiss chard right here. There's a bunch of stuff that's in this bed. There's natives in here. There's herbs in here. There's spiders in here. There's tomatoes in here. There's parsley in here. And there's cilantro growing into seed. And also there is sunflowers. And here's all my brassicas right here. They're growing back from that big harvest that I did last time. And they're looking very, very good. Really looking real good like that. Look at them. Over here, these are the broccoli, and they're went into seed. Now I'm just waiting for them to give it just a little bit more browner, and I'm gonna end up just taking them in the garage and then letting them get browner at that, because the bugs are trying to eat them. Swiss chard right behind it, right here. Look at that. Look at the Swiss chard. I do have some natives at the end of this bed. Look at this one. This is so pretty to me. It smells good, and it actually tastes good. I think this is salvia. Another native. I think these are native also. So yeah, I do interplant. I do like put plants in with my crop. With the edible food. And I'm talking about my, what do you call it? I'm talking about my native plants. As you can see, all right here, these are nothing but all sunflowers right here, y'all. Like I said, sunflowers will be grown everywhere in my garden. Not only just sunflowers, but there is just gonna be a lot of something of everything. Even the weeds that I don't even want, even those. But if you can see over there, that's that Alabama blue collar. Look like the caterpillars are having a ball with it. They can have a ball with that one right there. I got plenty of more. Check this collar out right here. This one is doing really, really good. I did do a good harvest on that one too. This is the Alabama blue collar. And check this out. Remember I talked to y'all about saving seeds? I'll tell y'all about saving seeds. This is carrots. Remember I said, I'm like, oh, the carrots, once they start flowering, the flowers are really, really beautiful. That's that. There they go. They're really pretty. They're really, really pretty. These are the flowers for carrots. So I went let one of my carrots go to seed, and this is it. Here's another bed. Check this out, the citrus. Citrus is gonna have citrus later. So we'll be having citrus later. Super awesome. And this citrus is an Owari. This one is Owari. Oh, this citrus is Owari Satsuma. So it's one of the Satsuma. Alright, y'all. So it is starting to rain somewhat. So I want to just tell y'all, be sure to have a wonderful, wonderful, abundantly good day. And let peace flow within you for you to be able to transmute that energy right out. Alright, peace.